something very hot after a collision like that.
Yeah, that thing just burst into flame. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Still trying to get it under control.
And
Chevys aren't fireproof.
Maybe they could drive it down off the track, but if you look, the driver's door is caved in. I don't think you can even get in the vehicle if you were brave enough to try it.
Now, we've just had pit stops. Everyone from 5th place on back has stopped. Dave Blaney did not pit under this caution, along with Landon.
You gotta get the driver out, or the driver is out.
They are the race leaders as we are under the red flag. Blaney driving for the Tom Baldwin Jr. team.
They can't stand up on
Castle with a brand new ride, and Raines, who just got a ride a few minutes ago into the Daytona 500 with teammate McGillivan at Front Row Motorsports. They are the race leaders under this red flag for a bizarre incident entering turn number 3.
Yeah, they're not used to dealing with this.
When Indy 500 and Monaco Grand Prix winner Juan Pablo Montoya went down the back straightaway, something on the car broke from the sparks underneath, lost control of the steering, and slid up into the trailer that held that jet helicopter engine, which was blowing debris off the racetrack while we were under caution.
As far as the drivers that pitted, Matt Kenseth in the 17, who had been leading, he won the battle off pit road.
Lean the Chevy.
That car is Montoya's car.
More fire trucks going to the scene. Now that's the front of the race car. It hit the trailer, which went up in the air, and the race car pretty much submarined underneath it.
It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
They hit the door of that truck, too.
Watch Montoya's car
It's the
on
recoil.
this replay as we try to discern what may have broken.
Here
we're under caution.
Here he comes back here. You can see him coming. Jet dryer's up high. He sees the safety truck flashing its lights. Sparks fly. And around he goes.
You ever see where he hit?
Here's a different angle. See the safety trucks up top?
I mean, it just exploded. When it hit it, it just exploded.
Well, and he was traveling at a high rate of speed, trying to catch back up at the field.
Back of the field.
Montoya climbs away, and the driver of the safety truck was helped from his vehicle, walked down the banking, and away. We have some audio from Juan Pablo Montoya.
Something massively broken. Yes, with the transmission or something. If I try to accelerate, it just starts vibrating out of control every gear. Look at the rear of the car. Hey, we just broke and hit the safety truck. You alright? You alright? Yeah, try to get out of the car. He might be on fire. He's out of the car.
They brought in.
Let's go back to Montoya's pit stop prior to this. And a lot of work going on under the car, Larry.
Yeah, evidently, he was talking about maybe the vibration in every gear. It's like they were maybe trying to look and see if they had a rear end problem or something. That's the reason this crew member is sitting there trying to rotate the tire back and forth, and they're looking underneath.
The gas tank's leaking fuel.
No, they overfilled.
Then he pulled off pit road, tried to gain speed down the backstretch, and catch up to the pack under the caution flag.
Look how hot that was. And I guarantee that's where he
Diesel fuel burns pretty hot.
The most important thing, everyone is all right. Now that truck was up against the safer barrier, which is steel, but is backed by foam blocks, which have doubtless taken a hit from the heat of that fire. And the big question right now is what kind of shape is the racing surface in that was aflame after this strange crash down at turn number 3.
Fuel, you can see fuel still running out of that tank. It's 200 gallon in there. It's still running down the hill.
They should have regular.
Well, they clean this up in turn 3, and the cars are stopped on the backstretch under the red flag. Let's go down to John Roberts and Michael Waltrip for a race recap.
Mike, thanks a lot. Back in the Hollywood Hotel. Mike, I guess would you ever say you've seen everything on a racetrack?
No, don't.
Something like this happens.
You can't imagine that something just coincidentally his car would break right when he was by those jet dryers. Such a sad scene. Glad to see the safety worker got away and Juan walked away as well, but tragedy.
Man, well, let's take you back in time and get a race recap right now. Take you back to earlier in the race when things got pretty heated early on the racetrack as well. Mikey, here Elliott Sadler gets in the back of Jimmy Johnson, and then behind him collected a lot of cars. Ford really got bad damage.
We weren't even warmed up real good yet, John. You know, we've been sitting around for a day waiting to race, and you can see there just a little too close of a push there from Elliott to Jimmy Johnson. He winds up in the wrong direction.
Look at the aggressive driving by Denny Hamlin. Mikey, you've said all night long you like the way he's pushing it.
Yeah, he's got a car that's fast, and he's not afraid to push. He's the only guy that we've seen take chance after chance. He wants to be in the front. It's the only place he's happy, and he's doing whatever he has to get there.
He's got a new crew chief